I am not, Trump is not my, Trump, Trump is not my favorite. He's not, I'm not a fan of Trump. But I voted for him in 2016, and I voted for him in 2020. I voted for him because I was voting for the future of our country. I was hoping that he would correct the course that it was on and give us time to figure out what is going on in our country and whether we agree with it or not. When Robert Kennedy joined the campaign, Donald Trump's campaign, that was a really special moment. Those of us of a certain age, unfortunately, remember when Robert Kennedy was shot. We also remember that was Robert Kennedy Jr.'s dad. And we remember when Martin Luther King was shot. And we also remember when John F. Kennedy was shot. Those were very sad times for America. America kind of went into a state of shock. I mean, there was like 1, 2, 3, like that. Shots. People being assassinated. And I think, with Trump's campaign, and especially that moment when Robert Kennedy walked on the stage, that was a moment of hope again. I don't think race relations are better. I don't think relations between men and women are good. I don't think relations between parents and their children are good. I think America, within families, we're in a state of war against each other. We're fighting each other. That's a national security risk. And on top of that, we have people coming into our country who aren't being vetted. That's a national security risk. When our country is harmonious, when people are able to work and provide for themselves, when people who have things that they need to take care of or they're not being taken care of, mental health. I really believe that when you can't help your own people, veterans coming from war with PTSD and they're on the streets, and you have like pseudoscience trying to treat made up, conditions, it really weakens our society. It weakens our bonds, the things that make us strong. And no, our country is not in a good place. We're in a place that there's a lot of healing that needs to happen in this country, but it's not going to happen with the Harris Waltz ticket. Because they are the reason why this country is broken. They are the reason why this country is broken. It's my opinion. That is how I feel. It's what I've been watching for decades. And their policies has only weakened our country. We need policies, understandings that make our country strong. Well, I don't think Trump has the greatest personality. I think we all could agree with that. But what we are agreeing on is that he did get things done in 2016. Our economy was better. He gave the Republicans a backbone. Our party is better because of it in some ways. And at least he's setting a foundation for it to even be better in the future. That's why I'm voting for Trump. So, whoa, my hair. So I just wanted to say that the economy is in an interesting space, because what the Harris Waltz wants to do is transition the economy to be totally dependent on intermittent renewables. That means wind turbines and solar panels, and they want it to be 100% run by that kind of fuel. And that is actually why the Inflation Reduction Act was passed, so that they could raise a lot of money, take our tax dollars, and give it to these elites, which is really, I don't understand it, because it's financial institutions that are capitalizing these renewable energy things, and yet the Inflation Reduction Act is also capitalizing it. And who's suffering? The people. They can't buy groceries. It's hard to pay their living costs. It's hard for them to put gas in their car, because the transitioning monies are being sucked out of their pockets and into these financial institution pockets, which are, it doesn't even make sense. I don't understand it. The economy, the Inflation Reduction Act actually increased inflation. So, foreign policy. Oh, I I actually think that the war in Ukraine is immoral, and our involvement in the country for the decades that we've been there has been immoral. Um, the neocons, or whatever is going on there, that our we need to as a voice, a human voice in our country, we need to protest this war. It's terrible. It's a very immoral war. Our tax dollars should not be funding it. It's a religious war. It's a religious war with political um, objectives, and we should have never encouraged a religious war. And that's what it looks like to me. And we got to get out of there. And what's going on in Israel, we need to definitely try to um, follow the lead of Trump in this area and create peace there. And so I'm voting for Trump because I'm voting for our future, and I'm voting for time to figure this all out. And I hope that you will too. Think about it in terms of voting for the future.